that the project started 10 years ago. Stuart corrected me with 11. It started in 2004 as Youth Zoom. And I'm sure that most of you already know that the idea really came from Mr. Earl Jarrett, who felt that young people needed to find a voice. They needed a really kind of productive way of communicating the issues. And he thought that photography would be a really powerful way of doing that.
If you think about what a parent feels like on a day like today, that's exactly how I feel. That the work of the project has now been actually printed and published, and we can all now take a look at my world. This project, as you have heard, started 11 years ago. It was an approach to get young persons to learn a skill, to learn photography, which is an area that I find great interest in, as well as to use the lens as a means by which they were going to share what they're seeing and to identify issues within the community that needed to be addressed. Essentially, to use the camera for advocacy.
I've been with the project going on 5 years. I first heard about the project by accident. I was in Rosetown and I heard of an exhibition in a church hall. And I went along to see the exhibition. I saw the work and I was just enthralled by it. And I wrote to the program.
I can remember almost like yesterday, our first meeting in a little classroom in Westmoreland, where we met with many students, and for many students that was the first opportunity to work with a camera. And over the many years, the project has matured, it has changed, and we've been able to capture so many images that we've been able to fill a really big book, a really good book. And what we do learn is that photography is not something that you just simply do from time to time.
For the coffee table book, we spent about a year looking through images. We have thousands upon thousands of images, but we eventually boiled it down to about 900 images that the selection was going to be made from. It wasn't an easy job because we had to put the images together so that they flowed through the book. Some images, to be honest, I had thought would not go into the book, but once we saw them all laid out together, we saw the layout of the book, it all worked for us. I think it represents the work of some 150 students in all that is represented in the book. And the images themselves, some of them are from the very early years with Click and Youth Zoom. Very, very low resolution images, but nonetheless well done with the camera that we were using at the time. It's a unique interpretation of contemporary Jamaica. These are not the images you would expect to see of Jamaica. This is the uniqueness of images through the eyes of the young people. It is their view, and if you take a look through there, they have very positive views of Jamaica, and that comes through very strongly. Often people are very skeptical about young people and their values. Take a look at the book and you'll see that our young people have very, very solid values and see their country as a very, very good place to be, a valuable country to live in. They are not negative in how they see their Jamaica. Go read the book.
Really a collection of work done by young youth photographers from across Jamaica, captured over the last 10 years. And it really tells a story of how they see Jamaica, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so to speak. The compilation is really a body of work that embodies their perspectives and what it is that they hold true to themselves, what they feel needs to be preserved and what they feel needs to be changed. And really what we've done is put it all together in this amazing publication for everybody across Jamaica to see. So Readers Connect expect some really compelling images of things about Jamaica that should really be preserved and should be protected. But then they're also going to see things about Jamaica that should be changed and really question within themselves what part they can play in making that change. This work has been exhibited in many places at Norman Manley and Sangsters International Airport. It's been exhibited in New York, London, Birmingham, Washington, Berlin. And really now, this is an opportunity for all Jamaicans to get their hands on something that they can take home, that they can take and show friends, that really is communicating the work of young people.
Oh, not a film